Continuing our walk through the book of Genesis today in chapter 43, I just want to look at a couple of verses, just verses 11 through 14. And Jacob is being Jacob here. Let's look at what he does. He says, "So their father Jacob finally said to them, if it can't be avoided, then at least do this." Now, remember the context here. They want to take Benjamin because Joseph told them, you won't see me again, you're not going to get any food, and nothing's going to happen for you unless you bring this younger brother with you. They didn't exactly understand why. Joseph kind of came up with a contrived reason, but they were hungry and they needed to eat, so they had to take him. It says, "Pack your bags with the best products of the land. Take them to the man as gifts: balm, honey, gum, aromatic resin, pistachio nuts, and almonds. Also take double the money that was put back in your sacks, as it was probably someone's mistake. Then take your brother and go back to the man. May God Almighty give you mercy as you go before the man, so that he will release Simeon and let Benjamin return. But if I must lose my children, so be it." Okay, Jacob here is trying to scheme a little bit. Jacob has always kind of been this schemer, right? That's kind of his MO. Remember when he comes back to the promised land after being gone for all those years, he tries to buy Esau's affection. He sends all these different gifts staggered to him. When he's coming up to meet him, here's sheep, here's goats, here's oxen, here's camels. He sends all these things. He's kind of trying to do the same thing. Let's try to ingratiate ourselves to this guy. Let's give him the best stuff we've got, right? We'll give him presents. We'll do nice things for him. As a matter of fact, take double the money, because remember, they put your money back in the sack, because that's what Joseph had instructed them to do. Put their money back in the sack. Don't even take it. And they finally get home. So Jacob says, take double the money, because it was probably somebody's mistake. Let's be up and up. Let's be as nice as we can. Let's try to ingratiate ourselves. So I think Jacob here is having a little bit of that schemer in him, trying to earn someone's favor here in the middle of this. And then in verse 14, it says again, "May God Almighty give you mercy as you go before the man, so that he will release Simeon and let Benjamin return. But if I must lose my children, so be it." So he seeks out God here. May God give you mercy as you go. And that's a good thing. But I think Jacob here is kind of resigned himself. I think there's almost a little bit of nihilism here that I don't really think is necessarily healthy. I think he's turning to God, but he's basically saying, well, if I lose my children, so be it. There's almost some nihilism there of, I'm just kind of resigned to my fate. I kind of feel like is where he was. So I don't think Joseph was in a good place with God in this particular time. And I think that's reflected some in how he's approached this entire thing. Leaving Simeon in jail, refusing to let Benjamin go, finally letting Benjamin go, coming up with the plan for all the things to, try to earn favor, and then kind of this nihilism of, well, if I lose them, I lose them. There's nothing I can do. We were all going to starve to death anyway. So, I don't think Jacob's in a good place. I think it's easy for us when we get into bad circumstances to allow ourselves to do that too. To kind of almost resign ourselves to our fate, to just think, oh, the worst is going to happen. God's blessing's not coming. We're all doomed. I think we can all find ourselves in that kind of spot, and it's not the spot that we should be. It doesn't really show trust in the goodness of God. We may still say God exists, but we almost come to a place of saying, God exists and he just does bad things to me every day. That's not scriptural. That's not biblical. That's not what we see. Does God take us through difficult times? You bet. But he has a purpose behind them. And at the end of the road, there is something for us to learn, and God's good even in the midst of difficulty. With that being said, we'll see you soon.